Stand together in the ocean.
Just going back
All together in a moment.
Just in here. I mean, yeah, Summer McKean. Who the fuck's that?
Hold on. The music's probably just finished now.
So yeah, Summer McKean. Who the fuck's that? 19. Famous birthdays. Remy Malek, he's fair enough. Maddie McCann says she's 15 here. Stop aging after he dies. That's bullshit. Oh, that was bad. Anyway, Tony Hawk. Not festival, competition 900.
It's true.
Duncan Ballinger, he's 1 year old. Duncan Ballinger's already famous. He's been putting graft in. Been putting some graft in. Cyprian Love.
Is that the name of the role, baby? Duncan Ballinger?
Oh, fuck, is it?
No, it's just 1 year old.
Nah, the Royal
Show. Trying to be current.
They wouldn't call a kid Duncan.
What have they called it? Because apparently it's Archie.
Archie?
Yeah.
Oof, God, he's got... You get castrated for that.
I teach kids called Archie.
Draconite Dragon, he's 20. He's just a grey space. He doesn't... Apparently a spirit is 20. Remy Malek.
You said that one already?
Florence Nightingale, that's the good one.
Yep, no, there's another good one.
Oh yeah, there's George Carlin.
George
And
Carlin.
then there's Pepper J.
Pepper J.
It looks fucking in good nick for 69. We're on famousbirthdays.com.
Breezy, tell them why.
Because it's... Oh, sorry. Because it's our birthday.
Yay.
Happy birthday to us.
Birthday.
That was great. Yeah.
Oh!
We've managed to survive, much like Alice LPS, who apparently is a cartoon dog.
What about the guy who looks like he's long distance running?
Oh, the guy who looks like he runs long distance in high school. There he is. Reeve. R-E-V-V. He's 24. He's 1 year younger than me today.
24.
Although he might be 24 on that, so he might be 25 now, which means that kid's 2. So I hope he's still smashing it. You know what I mean? And like the fame hasn't gone to his head, and he's developed some kind of heroin addiction.
That would be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll happen to you when you develop fame? You'll also come into some heroin addiction.
We'll cut that Maddie McCann joke out there.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway.
Let's cut that out. Breezy, let's cut that out. Wait, Jake Brook, let's cut that out, Breeze. Jake, oh, we can't leave that in. Breeze. Jake.
I mean, I think I might do, but I think I'll be addicted to some shit like Calpol.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, I just can't get enough of that strawberry goodness, man. Do you know what I mean? Sat there, just like, you know what I mean? There's a little tragic voiceover that's just like, Breeze later died on an overdose of banana Calpol. Too many numbers. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah,
I was letting you get into the bit.
Oh man, I wasn't a bit.
Okay.
I've been crashing and burning now for about 7 minutes.
No, it's all good. I think people appreciate the high energy of the birthday podcast.
Yeah, hi everyone. We've survived. I nearly died the other week with Phil, but we survived. I nearly got hit by a buzz. That was horrible. But we didn't. We're still here.
How old are you today?
I'm 25. That was a lot of spit. How are you?
How are you? Oh,
How old are you?
28.
28.
28. This is funny. I can tell the people. So I teach children. One of the kids recently went, Phil, how old are you? And they'll all guess all different ages. But this one kid went, I went, how old do you think I am? And he went, 32. And I went, oh, 30. And I was like, oh, that's like 4 years away. That's like, I was shocked. Like 30. Sometimes I go, yeah, maybe when like I'm 30. And I'm imagining years and years away. And that's like a month ago I might have said that. And then I go, yeah, when I'm like 30. That's like 2 years away. That's not far away at all.
You need to fuck out of this place soon. Like you'll have to clap when Paul says, "Fucking, can I get an applause for anybody who's still 30 or 34 years old and living with the mum?"
True that.
You gotta get out of that. You can't
Don't
be the
worry.
butt of that joke.
Right, let me quickly give some context to that.
Don't burn
have
the
lived. Bit. No, it's not a bit. No, not a bit. Paul can believe it.
Good.
Right, so yeah, people get that. I'm 34, I live with my mum, and then they're going, who don't know their joke, they're going, wait, he lives with his mum and he's almost 34. Let me tell you now, right, I've lived independently for many, many years, and only in the last 2 years have I moved back in with my mum, and I plan to move out very soon. I've been talking about this on the podcast recently. But
I haven't been telling you, he's been saying that for 7 years.
No, it's been 2 years. I was living in another country 3 years ago. Shit.
Wales.
It's been 3 years. It was Dubai, it wasn't Wales. Alright.
Lee doesn't count as another country.
I've lived in Lee. This isn't the important stuff. Right, the important stuff is 25. I remember when I was 25. I remember actually being like 25. Shit, that's like bang in the middle of 20. That's like scary.
What advice
Mid-20s. What advice?
would you give 25-year-old you now if you could go back in time,
This is a good question.
throw that Zimmer away, and say to your 25-year-old self, get him by the ear and go, listen. Go. You've got me by the ear now. I'm 25-year-old you. And
25
I'm staring,
is 20,
going.
is 2016.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, a ghostly apparition of my future self. What wisdom can you behold upon me?
I think I'd say.
A small crowd is gathering. You'll have to hurry.
Right, so around 2016, I started filming stuff a lot. 2016 was the year that I filmed something every month and put it into like short videos on YouTube, and that's cool because I would have advised the guy like, this is good what you're doing because it's gonna, being creative is gonna lead you to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And also just chill out, man, because you're probably like, oh, like I'm like that a much smaller amount now, but I feel like only in the last few years have I stopped just being like I find myself in situations now and I'm like just relaxed. I'm no longer like, what's going to happen here, like just any situation in a bank or whatever, just being like, as I've gotten older I've chilled out more. Maybe I would tell my 25-year-old self that. Why are you laughing? Where's Brooke Benton? Where is he?
No, I just had this image in my head of you going, you 25-year-old you, like, confronted by this ghostly apparition of it, and you're going, oh, we're making a load of YouTube videos. You know, like the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah. Right, so around this year that you're in now, I was making...
So I know I'm already doing it!
Keep doing that, it's good. No, I don't know,
that's
it's
good
a weird...
though.
Maybe there's that, but then I'd also just be like, trust your gut with stuff. Because I feel like...
Yeah, that's nice advice.
I wouldn't have... There's probably things in the last few years where I've gone, should I do that? And then I've just not done it. And I should have done it, or I should have done it sooner, or whatever. But I've not trusted my gut.
I like that. So here's another one for you, a flip question.
Okay.
What advice do you want to give 34-year-old Phil Sutton?
That's such a weird thing. How do you give someone who's older?
As in, like,
All right,
do you know what I mean?
Is this okay? So, if things aren't going your way, don't be bitter. Because I feel like I find a lot of people who as they get older, I find some people who are like in the 50s and they have this attitude towards stuff and the negative and stuff, and it's because they're bitter about things.
Yeah.
And they don't even realise that's what they're doing. They don't realise that they're being bitter. They're just things in their life that have not gone their way, or that they've married the wrong person and been stuck in a thing in a job for years and not left their hometown or whatever. They're just bitter about it, so they just carry around this anger. And I hope that no matter what's going on in my life, I'm not just like about stuff. Just like,
that's how you age, man.
yeah. Can you do that happen? Because as soon as you start doing this, instead of
Yeah.
drink water, instead of that, when you're like, oh, life's good. You know what? Another sip.
Yeah, another round of waters, please. Yeah, mate.
More water is what I'm trying
yeah.
to say. 34-year-old you, keep drinking water.
That's not a bad one, you know.
not.
Although, yeah, you're right, mate. Like, don't be bitter is a big one. Because I remember on my sister's birthday, I wrote her a letter. Because she's reaching 16. She's 10 years younger than me, so she's like 15. Same age as that lad who were same age as Maddie McCann. Fucking hell.
Wow.
That's a mad thought, innit?
Yeah.
That's actually made me feel quite guilty for that joke at the start now.
You were
Sorry,
feeling
Will.
guilty about it anyway. But hey,
Fucking hell. Anyway,
let's face facts. Go on.
speaking of children I've not seen in a while, my sister.
Yeah.
So
There we go. It's better.
and he's
Much
back.
better.
He's back in the
better.
room.
He's back.
But yeah, I wrote her a letter just saying like, look, you're coming to the time now where people are going to start trying to make decisions for you. You know, about what you want to do and who you want to be. You know, like drink and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But like, I think the first rule I gave her like 10 rules, and I can't even remember them.
10 Commandments.
Yeah, it was like one of them was like, never take advice off a teenager who says they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because like, I've met 50-year-olds who don't know what they're doing, man. You know, I don't know why I look to the camera then. Like they're there, like you there. But
If there's any 50-year-olds watching this,
that'd be cool.
your dad might watch it. He's
I don't know how old my dad. 50, early 50s.
early 50s.
Early 50s, yo. Pushing up them numbers. Yeah.
Really, Fiddy's? No way.
Yeah, mate.
So he's born in the 60s.
Yeah. In the USA. No, he was born in Bolton. But same thing.
Yeah.
Rampant gun crime. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Trump as president.
High percentage of population incarcerated.
Supersize meals at all fast food chains.
Oh my God! Bolton's America. Sports team that never wins anything.
All of America.
When was the last time America won anything?
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess you're looking at it like that.
USA, the football team, shit. Although the women
Swimming.
The women are class. But that's not America's one block. I'm talking team sports.
Yeah.
The Americans, they're that far. That's why I think, you know, like the USSR used to batter everyone at hockey. Because you're all
so cold.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's cold, and as well, like your whole country's a team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a team under a tyrannical government, so it's kind of like
And they're all like, we're all homophobic. And they all rally on that.
no, the USSR was apparently pretty tolerant. What am I talking about? It was awful. Never mind, it was awful. It was awful. Don't know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But
No, it's actually alright. It's pretty breezy. Oh, that's not supposed to be a pun.
are you a member of a USSR sports team? Get in touch.
Leave a comment in the comments.
But don't be homophobic.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a general rule for life, isn't it? Don't be
There's a hair in my
homophobic.
mouth.
But
Keep telling us a story.
yeah, aging, man. It's
Asians, yeah. Alright. They're next.
aging though, like it is weird because I've been walking around recently. Every now and then, as you do, just walking about, I see people my age, and it's like that little speech Renton gives in the second train spotting, where he's like, "You look at old school friends and hope to God you don't look as bad as they do."
We were talking about this before.
Yeah, and like, I don't know what's been going on in Atherton and Tilsley. I don't know what you all have been doing. Stop it. Stop what you're doing.
Do you know what I think it is? Right. I don't.
People look like old men.
Yeah, I don't drink excessively and have kids, which is a stressful life. And I don't eat bacon every morning. And just drive cars and not walk anywhere. So people who do that, who we've seen from school, are like in the wait, no, not in their 40s. They look like they're in the 40s. They're from our year. They're 28, they're 25, and they look well older. It's because they get up at the crack of dawn and stressfully deal with the kids. Some of it's good, and then they get the kids in the car and they drive. They don't walk anywhere. They're just driving there. And fair enough, there's a strength to like pick the kid up, do the thing, and all this stuff. But it's all stress. And like they're probably like, oh, I'll quickly get this piece of food in me. It's a bacon sandwich, and then it's like not good for you. Where's the vegetables? And then they're probably not drinking enough water. I want some coffee to keep me going, some shit coffee. You need coffee to keep me going. Some cock. I just want some cock. I just want some cock. So then you can't have cock. That maybe help them age less if they just had a bit more cock. But anyway, cock. And then
a little bit of that warm love moisturiser just on the cheek.
Exactly. But they don't get that. They had it inside and a baby came out, and now it never happens anywhere. So anyway, then they're in the job and they're doing the thing, and it's stress, and they're just like this all the time. Oh, worried. And then at night they're like, oh, deal with the kids. And then at the weekend they're like, let's get pissed, and they drink loads, and then that just turns you into this like one of those. There's a guy. Oh, don't do that. Never mind. Don't start talking about people from high school.
Well, actually,
might see this.
obviously, I'm not naming names. I'm just saying, like.
But that Shannon.
What?
Is there a girl called Shannon?
There's many women called Shannon, mate.
I just thought that if I guessed one, it might be someone. Was it the girl?
No. What girl are you talking about?
I don't.
Mate, every Shannon who watches this now is shitting himself.
There's no Shannons watching this. If you're a Shannon watching this, please let us know. Go on. What about Shannon?
Because the next Am I Right might be about you.
What were you saying about Shannon?
I wasn't saying anything about Sharon. Right.
It's changed now.
Right.
Karen.
All I was saying is that I was walking down the street.
Oh yeah.
I was doing in Manchester, and seen a lad from school. He didn't clock me. I mean, to be honest, he probably couldn't fucking turn quick enough to clock me. But like,
because he's so fast.
Because I'm nimble, and he's definitely not these days. And and I mean, I can't talk. Like, I've got like eye bags the size of like small countries. Like,
oh well.
oh, my mum's ringing
Happy
me.
birthday, Mum. Are you going to talk to her?
I'll just talk to my mum on the podcast. Hello. All right, mum. Yeah. Yeah, it went all right. Hello. Wait. Hello.
Oh, was there quite a lot there?
Yeah. There was a fair few. Or a good laugh. Good time was had by all, to be honest.
So, what time did you play?
So like the first day, Liverpool were on about.
Oh yeah, I knew about that because we'd spoke to you.
Carlisle. I'll be honest with you, Mum. I can't even remember. All the times just blended into one. It was mostly during the day, though.
Yeah. And what did you stay for the festival during the day after that? After you'd finished?
Yeah. I ended up in Newcastle, just staying there for the whole day. That was the only day we could stay, really. But like, oh, Mum, I got kicked out of like one of the venues because I was too trashed, and then someone just put me to bed in the hotel, and that was at like 10:30. So like, I don't remember much after that.
Good grief.
Yeah.
So you're off to Wales this weekend?
No, I think I'm gonna go to the Peak District instead.
Alright, well what do you want for your birthday?
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really have any desires. It's up to you. Yeah, no worries. Are you a bit rough? Alright, no worries. No worries. Yeah, well, I should be able. I think I might be in Tilsley Monday night, so we can sort something out if you want. Alright. How are you anyway? You alright? Uh, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's the Newcastle one. Not quite, no. Although I can probably, I'm gonna have to hide from that bouncer for the rest of my life. Just at some big club. I can't even remember the name of it. Oh yeah, I'm always a disgrace. You know that. Johnny. About 6 taxis refused me though. Yeah, I were horrific. Rock and roll, man. Yeah, don't worry, I'm knocking it on Ed. No worries, I'll see you Monday. And we'll have a proper chat. Mum? Hello? Alright, no worries. See ya. Bye. I can't say to her at the end of a big conversation, you're live on the podcast.
Yes.
No, that's
That
bad.
makes it, yeah, exactly, that's why. It makes up for the fact that you took her off speakerphone and we were just sat here like, yeah. 2 weeks, I'm going, a gig. And then at one point you went, Johnny, and I was like, Johnny.
Again, probably have cut that out, but it's not very good podcast material, is it though, me ever talking to my mum?
Well, that's a reflection on the guest and not the host.
You're so big fucking
Decide in the comments. I didn't think you went. I was like, "Are you gonna?" And then you went, "Yeah, I'll answer it."
Ladies,
like,
I'm a nice man. Even on a podcast, I answer the phone to my mum.
So if you're out, at
So
a
you're
gig-
out there.
No, I mean like if you and the ladies out there, if you're out doing something important that really means something, like a podcast that's reaching many people, he'll just take a call halfway through it to his mum. Hi, mummy. Yeah, they're good. We played the music. We like bing bang bong, and we did a song. And, honestly, I sang my heart out, mum. I sang that song that you like that I used to sing on the karaoke, Ronan Keating.
Wow.
Life is a roller coaster.
Are we doing this on my birthday?
It's not your birthday.
Are
It's
you
your birthday.
doing this on
it's
my
my birthday?
Don't break the wall of illusion.
Okay, right. Yeah.
We've-
Well, you also said at the weekend.
We've put
it's-
mortar in between the bricks of lies.
People know that if I make a podcast, I'm not editing it and posting it on the same day. So they're receiving this on our birthday. Say happy birthday to us. But this ain't being fun. We'd be way more birthday
More birthday.
vibes.
In fairness, right, let's start again.
No.
Let's start again.
No.
Let's just leave that.
No.
That's where...
We're not starting again. We are not starting again.
I've fucked this
no
up.
way. No, this
is a car crash, this.
I reckon this is funny for people, don't worry.
Right, okay.
Right.
Birthday. Worst birthday you've ever had, go.
Oh, damn.
Shit myself at...
It's today. It's definitely today. You answering your mum.
Shit myself at the Eden Project.
You shit yourself at the Eden. What's the Eden Project?
It's this thing in Cornwall where they grow loads of plants. And then just shit myself when I was a kid. And then I got done for saying bloody hell.
No way, that's the...
Because I shit my pants.
Bloody hell, I shit me pants. Bloody hell, I pooed me pants.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I told you off for
And
it.
I think I just got dragged up to the car. Like, I didn't tell him because I was too embarrassed. And my dad was just like, oh! I had to stand there. Red hot shame. Just flying down at me in a bag of complimentary fucking bananas. Just like,
Complimentary bananas.
covered in shit. What about yours?
Like, I don't know, man. It's a hard question. When I was 12, I'll just tell you about some of my birthdays. When I was 12, I was really excited to be able to legally buy Titanic on video. I was like, oh, Mum, can I go and buy Titanic on video? And then do you know what I did? Do you know what I did, everyone? I went to one of the shops and I was like, where's Titanic? Because it was really popular at the time. What a faggot. Oh, I said that word. Sorry, everyone. I didn't mean that word, but that's just something that comes out, isn't it?
I don't condone that.
Yeah, me neither. It's just, come on. I don't know how
You're allowed one on your birthday.
You're allowed one on your birthday. We'll have that. Anyway, that's made it really awkward now, isn't it? So,
Keep going.
what I said was, oh, you stopped the camera. It's okay. No. Yeah. So I went in and I was like, "Where's Titanic?" And then they were like, "They've not got any left. It's really popular." And then there was like a documentary about Titanic, and it said 12 on it. I went, "I guess I'll get that." And then I watched it at home. Like, this isn't Titanic.
That was it. Right. That was it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was the worst birthday.
No, that's not the worst one. It was just one of them. For 13, I can't remember that one. 14, no, 15.
Well, might have
I
been
went to my sister. Stop messing with it.
I just want it to say no at the end.
No, maybe at the end then.
Right,
Right.
well.
On my 15th birthday, I went to meet my sister at her uni, and when I went to meet her there, she had bought me a Revolver on deal. All of my birthdays are remembered by what? I'm 15
What video
now.
you got?
Yeah, I'm 15 now. I can afford a film. I mean, I can legally have a film that's a 15. I could obviously watch them before. I'm not a nerd. But when I was 15, she bought me a Revolver, and she just guessed. She looked on the cover and she went, oh, it's all got guns and stuff. But I was like, I've been obsessively watching Guy Ritchie films. This is his next film. Sick. Good choice. But then when I got there, what had happened was I'd got two buses there to get there to Edge Hill University from Hindley Green near Wigan. Took me a while to get there, and I've needed a piss the entire way there, really down for a piss. And then I get to a door and I'm like banging on the door trying to ring it, going like, you have to come down and let me in now. And I've been holding it in like, I really need a piss. I have to walk all the way up, run up the stairs. And I'm going like this, I'm like, and then I was like, no, not a 15-year-old boy on his 15th birthday. Nah. And then, I started pissing myself. And then some guys opened the door. As soon as I started pissing myself, some guys opened the door and was holding it there and he went, oh, did you want to go through? And I was like, nah. And I just let them shut the door and I just stood there in my pissy pants. So we both had a shit and a piss. Shit birthday. I've had a piss birthday now.
I can't believe... That's horrific, lad. No wonder we do comedy.
Yeah.
That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Just like...
Then I got Revolver on DVD.
That's all good, though.
Yeah. It's alright, that film. There's a bit in it where it goes all cartoon-like, well, animated, like in Kill Bill.
I never forget when one of my birthdays, Bernardo Borgi drop kicked me in Laser Quest.
Bernardo Borgi, who I went to high school with.
Yeah, he drop kicked me in Laser Quest.
Did he?
That were a sad day.
Drop kicked you?
Yeah.
Like, pick you up like a rugby ball and drop.
No, as in like run, Leonidas style.
Oh.
That's Derby, it were a bad scene.
Right. That's Derby, a bad scene.
It were.
That's good.
Although I was a little biatch then, I was there crying my
yeah.
back out. I was such a fucking...
You said biatch and not faggot. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
I said that before. You know what? Let's discuss that quickly. as we move through the ages, some words are taboo. Don't say that anymore. And the really bad ones, I'm like, I don't really say them ever. Unless I'm doing like, I'm in the comfort of a few friends and I'm doing like a, almost like an ironic impression of a racist and like that. And I'll go like, and go into it like that. And I'm taking the piss out of those people. I'm not taking the piss out of the people that they're taking the piss out of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then that word is something that we were all, it wasn't that bad that you'd say it until a couple of years ago. So we're trying to condition ourselves to not say these words, but sometimes faggot, the word faggot comes out because
Due to conditioning.
due to conditioning, and it doesn't mean a gay man. It means when you're just being a bit like Louis C.K. said, you're just being a bit like.
I only found out it was a slur for gay people when I were about 17.
No way.
Like I thought it was just.
That's kind of, I would have realised it late.
Yeah, like I genuinely had no idea. Well, weird. I think what's more insidious is when words that used to be scientific are then converted into slurs. I say converted, like it then become a slur. You know, as language moves on,
Like what?
like spastic.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't help but raise a grin when I say that word because of the way that it's constructed. It just sounds
It
funny.
sounds funny. It's a funny word.
But it used to mean like people with like really bad motor neuron diseases and stuff, you know, in wheelchairs, and like, you know, like curls the body up and stuff. And like there was the school bell at my primary school used to have etched into it, "It is time to help spastics," from the Royal Spastic Society, like 1981, something like that. Or was it 1961? It was fucking ages ago anyway. And I remember looking at it and being like, what?
Yeah.
Because like you'd call some of that in school when they were just being a bit of a tit.
Yeah, but also like in America, or even around in England, I guess, not that many decades ago, it would have been like the retards around it. Like retard means like mentally retarded is just mentally disabled. Like, and I reckon even that in the future will be like you can't say that.
Well, Ralphie May,
Yeah,
God
bits.
bless him. His bit about that word is amazing. Yeah, I think that's one thing I've noticed about getting older. You know, just like language changing, man. Like, what the fuck does yeet mean? What's that? What does that mean? See it.
I really thought it was going to be some profound thing, and then you were like, and it isn't. You're incorrect. As you get older, language isn't like it's like the times. There's new terms, and you were saying it as if like as you get older, you find that you use new words. That's what I thought you were saying. Like
Yeet
you
is
were
a new word.
No, but what I mean is like I thought you meant when as you're getting older, you're finding your vocabulary is changing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something like that. Yeah, but the fact that you just went, what does yeet mean? What does yeet mean?
Oh no! I think it's something like you yeet something. Like you just yeet it. Maybe you say it yeet as you do it. But like to me, that was all. What does it mean?
It's a viral 2014 dance.
What?
It's a dance apparently.
I thought it was like turning.
Yeah, I think it is
And
like.
then it popularised yeet as an expression of excitement.
Yeah, there you go. Yeet.
So like I thought it was like just like another word for like yeeting on.
Yeeting.
Yeah, yeeting on. Have we got a blue flame? Come on. Put a penny up,
It's a
meter.
yeeting.
We're short this month. Whack a penny up, meter. But yeah.
Wait, let's see the time. It's been about half an hour. No,
Is it
we've just
fucking
talked
really?
about. Yeah,
We've not talked about anything.
Yeah, we have. We talked about motor neuron disease. We talked about Revolver, the animated scenes. We talked to your mum.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did, yeah.
Sorry, man.
And you made 3 or 4 Madeline McCann jokes. But I said faggot. Happy birthday to us! See you in a moment.
Oof, that was bad, that.
Nah, it's fine.
No, that was really.
This is the Cuz on Man MC Mac, yeah, featuring Kev, yeah. Over there in the corner's our boy Ginger Joe, yeah. We don't fuck about, we don't fuck about, we don't fuck about. Kick it, Kev. Get on the bus with my day saver, smoke the reefer in the corner, lay low, do a Grand Theft Auto 05 V6 Clio twin turbo, know how we roll when the backseat hose, on we go, HSBC we do then graphs, we've got the money cause we know how to rap. Yeah, and that's a fucking other one, and we don't fuck about, Levin Jubing or shit on us, yeah, shit on us, pimpin', tell 'em Joe. Yeah, man.
Backwards, baby. Every time of me says go ahead. Curse all massive.
Peace. What do you think of that, ladies and gents?
Very nice, eh? Yeah. So, it's our birthday.
It is our birthday.
Oh, do that. What drunk people do. Yeah, that's what we meant. When we said that, that's how we do it. And we're not going anywhere till we've been around here.
We're going to do a little segment where we're going to ask... We're going to make
cramp because I'm 28. Go on.
We're going to make some... you know the news, you know what I mean? I'm going to spring out this chair because I'm 25 and sprightly.
Wow. Sprightly. Do you know that 25 is the age that you reach physical maximum, like your peak? So if you were training hard now, then you would be like at the point where you're like the most efficient in your life, and then after 25 it's just a decline. So I'm out of that.
I best get my running shoes on.
You best get your running shoes on.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some predictions, and we're gonna ask our future selves and this date next year some questions.
Yes.
So the first one is I'm gonna make a prediction that I actually managed to lose a bit of timber, and I reckon by this time next year I'll be in the best shape of my life. That's my prediction.
Okay.
My other prediction is I think Wales
I think Wales are cool too.
will
Like big.
will
blue
remain
ones.
in the EU.
Oh.
But
Wait, this isn't to do with you, but go on. It's just future predictions
that's my prediction,
that Wales will stay in the EU.
and everyone else will leave it. But Wales will stay in.
Okay.
And-
Any other prediction about yourself?
I reckon.
Comedy?
I reckon. I reckon I'll go on my first comedy tour by next year. Just open mics. Do you know what I mean? Like just set up a week and just do like a city each night. Just do open mics.
Do you think by that point you'll be? So I'm like two years in it ish, and I'm at the point now where sometimes I get, hey, do you want to do my night rather than me asking for nights? Do you want to? You can do 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? People like me, people know me, but I'm not at the point where I'm getting gigs at places or entering competitions and stuff. Where do you think you'll be at in a year's time?
I think I'll be about where you're at now.
Okay.
I think that people will be like, oh.
Not One Beat the Frog, do you mean? Because you've already done it.
Oh, cue the harmonicas,
The tiny.
cue the fucking violins. No, you'll be fine. I reckon that's my prediction. I reckon you'll have one beat the frog by next year.
Sick. Nice.
That I mean, my first. That's one. Where do I think I'll be in comedy? I think I'll get to the point where I'll have figured out a little bit more what I want to be.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to be in a position where I can do gigs outside of Manchester because I'll change my job, and everything will be great.
Do you feel comfortable with your being comfortable with the crowd and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, then again, I've still never been heckled.
Okay, so you're not really used to it that much yet. I feel like by next year you'll be like, oh yeah, I can talk to the crowd a little bit. I'm a bit more used to it.
Yeah, I don't want to get too into crowd work though.
Yeah, but you don't have to really be. You just have to know how to like Simon Lomas, for example. Someone speaks and then he goes, I won't burn his bit, but he has like a
joke,
reply, like a joke that works.
So
Stuff like that, that could work.
I think as well. I think Darcy Silver by next year will be a touring comedian.
Yeah.
By next year?
Yeah, she's unbelievable, lad.
Next year, wow.
Down in,
Seems really soon if I know who they are.
down in London though, she's killing it.
She's killing it in
She's
London?
fucking
Yeah,
killing
sick.
it, man. Like she's great.
Yeah, sick.
Well in,
Good luck,
Darcy.
Darcy Silver, if you're watching this. Next time you come to Manchester, maybe you could join us on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's get. Oh, well, yeah. Let's well get Darcy on here.
Get some Kinder eggs.
Yeah,
Thanks.
she's fucking class. But yeah, all right. What do you reckon? Where do you reckon you'll be?
I
What do you think you'll be doing?
think I'll be living in Manchester finally.
Yeah.
I think that I'll be doing many more gigs. Like I'll be at the point where, do you know, like you see guys like Brandon Craig or Cam McLeod, all the like New Zealand Canadian, John Ducharme, another Canadian, just people who seem like they're at a tier above us almost, and they're like going getting gigs all the time, being offered to gigs. You see them on a poster, you're like, that's on our sick lineup. They're going winning King Gong and stuff. I want to be at the point where I'm like, boom, 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 going to all different places. So it doesn't really mean that I'm like, I used to kind of look at it like, I'm doing 5 minutes, but now I've started to do 10 minutes more. That's like the milestone. But now it's like how often I'll be gigging and stuff. How much I feel more like a comedian. Because at the moment, in the last month since Bella has been on a hiatus, and not, if anyone didn't know that, we've not got a venue at the moment, so it's on a little hiatus. It's not happening at the
So
moment.
we're just shouting in the park.
So we're just shouting in the park instead. But that's not enough. It's not enough stage time. But I'm not making enough of an effort to go to Manchester because I was trying to sort out moving there. Well, not moving there, but getting a new job there and stuff. But I reckon by then, if I do live in Manchester, I can just pop out. I'll go to there on Monday. I'll go to there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, someone offered me that gig. Boom, boom, boom. I'll be like doing it more.
Cool.
That's what I think. At least I'll be doing it more. Any other predictions? I think that I will actually be in better. I'll feel better physically because for a while I started losing weight, and I was like, sweet, I'm losing weight, even though I don't really do that much. So I didn't really prioritize exercising, and then now I'm kind of like sore all the time, and I'm like just kind of fed up of not doing stuff. So I've started doing a bit more.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So,
I've got a little bit of Tubston Rooney going.
Okay, well I've not got that, but I feel like when a little bit, but when
a little bit of Bubston, Chubston.
I just find that I want to
a little bit of
do
belly
more.
rubston. Yeah.
but belly
Bit of belly rubston.
belly
You know what I
rubston.
mean?
But
Sorry, I'll stop.
Beely Rubenstein. Right, go on.
But yeah,
So we're talking to our my 29-year-old self, your 26-year-old self,
Yeah.
and we're saying you should be living in Manchester now. You should be going around to lots of different gigs all the time. You should be like, oh, Phil Sutton's always at gigs, like some people who we know are now. Instead of like, I see him sometimes, blah blah blah. The podcast will hopefully have many more 100+ subscribers.
bang.
We're on 68 now, which is pretty good if it started with 16.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So 100+ subscribers.
It's got to keep showing up.
Yeah, I'll be physically in better shape, and I'll have a different job to what I have now. It'll probably still be swimming teaching or cafe work, but that's the side job. It'll be different from living here and doing it.
Basically, future Phil, you best be doing fucking brilliant. Because
Oh.
if you're not,
It's a lot of pressure,
you've let yourself down, mate.
and you let the team down.
Look at you. Get that yogurt spoon off your belly. You
After
dirty
the ballot.
bastard.
How do you know that I was watching this? Just as I started to be obsessed with
Because then
yogurt.
30-year-olds... I'm talking to 30-year-old you after you've peaked at 29, and then you're on the... Then, you know what I mean?
So I'm watching this at 30 like... I remember when 29-year-old me was like, yeah.
Eating fucking...
Watching 28-year-old me going, do it. And then I did it, and now I'm just eating yogurt out of my belly button. Oh.
Eating petit faloo and wanking. That's what
Petit
you do.
faloo. Petit faloo. I've never heard it.
So
Petit faloo.
So yogurt
Petit
mate.
faloo.
It helps teeth grow stronger. That's its thing. That were its
It is,
fucking
yeah.
tagline.
Petit faloo.
Petit faloo. It makes
Petit
bones
faloo.
grow stronger.
You
Never
made it
forgot
sound
it.
like not what it is. Petit faloo. You know that yogurt? Petit faloo. Petit faloo. It's not
Small
words anymore.
flu.
I should stop saying that word over and over.
Future Breeze.
Yeah, tell him.
Right, okay, here's what you want to be doing, son. You need to cut the meat out, mate. You just need to do it. You need to stop fucking around and saying, "Oh, we'll get to that." You need to stop fucking around and be like, "Oh, I'm going veggie," and then going out and getting a fucking burger, you sly bastard. I see you, because I am you. I've seen you, because I've been doing it. I've been eating that burger yesterday. Didn't feel nice, did it? Think back then. There's crumbs all over your bed, you fat bastard. Right. Wash your bed in. Right, what else? You're going to be in the best shape of your life. It's going to be great. You're gonna be doing more comedy. You're going to have a new job. So you've got your evenings back. You escaped. You're doing well, right? Don't worry about answering them phones. You'll be sweet, right? Don't worry about it. Because pretty soon, hopefully, you should be on your second tour by the time you watch this.
Yeah, I was going to say
A good
music.
one. Yeah.
Second tour.
You should have an EP out. People should be liking it. You should have, like, maybe an agent sniffing around you. Go for it, lad. Fucking smash it. You've only got a small window of opportunity. So you might as well do it, mate. I hope you are doing. Because if you're not, 25-year-old you is going to be fucking wounded. And technically, and you can't talk to him because he's past you. How does that feel? Unless Back to the Future happens. There's no chance of that, mate. Because the
That would have
doctor...
to happen now, right?
What?
That would have to happen now.
Yeah.
And we'd have to go forward.
That's the point. If time travel's been invented, they should walk through like...
No! I guess it hasn't been.
I still find it
But
amazing
I
that
reckon there's 100 people right now doing that same joke, and they're like, "Where do we go?"
I still can't believe like
And they end up in like a bath somewhere, and like, shit.
it's like Stephen Hawking when he was like, I'm doing an experiment where I'm holding a time traveller's tea party, and they'll come if they're time travellers because they'll see this moment. And everyone's like, "Oh, what a genius!" And I'm like, "That sounds like something a crackhead would say."
Yeah.
On Piccadilly Market, doesn't it?
That's a joke.
I'm holding a tea party for the time travellers.
They'll be here. Oh, I know they'll be here.
And if they're not be here, then the experiments fail. You know what I mean?
That is what some crazy guy would just throw his wrist around them.
And it's just like, let me tell you about the law. Yeah, mate. So, like, okay, other predictions. Is Montenegro in Europe? Because one of our predictions is that on this very day, England will be playing Montenegro in some kind of international friendly or competition football. I don't know why, but I've just got a feeling that that's what's going to be happening.
A year from today.
Stop filming with
Sorry.
us.
Yeah, a year from today, there will be some kind of international game of football in which England are playing Montenegro, whether that be under sevens or whether that be the seniors.
Very
or whether
vague.
that, do you know what I mean? Like, England in some way will have some kind of sporting conflict with Montenegro.
Okay.
We'll have
I
that.
should make some predictions about the world.
Okay.
Nothing like political. I don't care about that. I reckon there'll be a new dance, right?
New dance craze.
Yeah, and it'll be like people they're going on their head, like it's a lot of like doing a headstand and doing not like breakdancing, like spinning.
Yeah.
It's some weird like you get on your head thing, and there's loads of people like breaking the neck, and it's called breaking neck.
I think. Do the break your neck.
Do the breaking neck. Ow!
I think Theo Von will be doing his first theatre tour. Like a full blown
Like
theatre
arena,
tour.
you mean?
Not arenas, but like, you know,
Isn't
big
where
theatres.
he's doing this time a theatre though, dance hall,
Yeah, but it's like
small.
I'm
theatre.
talking like Rogan level
like
theatres.
what Bill Burr did.
Yeah,
and
like
what
Bill
Joe-
Burr
yeah.
did. I reckon he'll be doing that.
I think that's.
I think he'll be
too.
smashing
I think
it.
That's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theo Von.
Joey Diaz will be slim.
Oh.
Like he'll be like trim. Do you know what I mean?
He'll be like Jim.
Mickey McKay
Okay.
will
Say a word.
will have gone on one mad bender because I'm going to facilitate it. But like we're going to get Mickey McKay fucked up, and it's going to be brilliant. And he might well quit comedy, but it will have been worth it.
Yeah, you'll be like, that was the night that I quit comedy.
Yeah.
No, there's drugs. No.
Matty Shaw will finally come out and tell us that the Australian thing has been an act, and he's actually from Runcorn. That'll happen.
Amazing.
Dan Baines
I was gonna say what
will have punched a woman on stage.
Okay. right.
I'm just doing it for everyone. Just do it for everyone. Ivaldas, I think, will be in some kind of viral video that will be picked up by the Eastern
Nice.
European community in England, and they'll be like, "He's our boy."
Yes.
I genuinely do.
Mm,
What do you
that's good.
mean?
I like that.
And also,
That's advice.
hopefully, I'll be better mates with Ivaldas.
Mate, yeah, he's gonna come on the podcast, right?
He's great. I love Ivaldas. He's a really cool guy. Ben Silver.
We'll be making. We'll have a YouTube page, and it'll be doing pretty well with sketches and stuff.
And he'll have
Watch this space, everyone.
and he will be in a happy and committed relationship.
Do you think?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's her name? What's their name?
They will go by the moniker because he'll be called Ben. She'll be called Dorothy. So they'll go as the moniker Bjorothy, and that'll be their name, Bjorothy. Oh, Bjorothy's in. They'll do-
Dorothy.
Yeah, like Bayorothy. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. It's a
Um,
stretch.
yeah.
Dorothy. How old is she? Is she 80?
In fairness, there were a girl at my school called Doris.
That's insane. Was it the dinner lady?
No.
Was it the librarian?
No, she were in my year.
Was it your grandma?
It were weird. I bought her a load of midget gems for Christmas. Because
Because her name's Doris.
like
Makes sense.
we fancied each other. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if she fancied me or I fancied her.
Doris! No.
And I bought her some midget gems because she used, you know, the chippy at the top of on Fifth Avenue. Like her family owned that.
Okay.
So like in front of like a crowd full of people just watching gravy, like I walked in with a lot of midget gems. I'll give them Doris. She got called downstairs, and I've never seen a human more awkward. We never spoke again. But she's doing all right in Liverpool now. If you're out there, Doris. Yes, lad. That's another thing. Doris will be doing fine. That's another thing next year. She'll be doing fine. Still.
Whether or not she's doing fine now, next year, still fine.
This
Or better.
2019 is going to be a good year for you.
2020.
2020 is going to be a good year for you. My final prediction, I think that...
Here's a prediction. Do you predict that we'll be watching this back and like finding it funny or being like fucking losers?
I think we'll watch the first half and go, ooh. And then we'll watch the second half and go, bloody hell, Jake, you looked alright before you put on all that weight.
I know that I just put my finger right in my nose before I said that, so I'll probably in my head be going, well, you just pick your nose.
I mean, there's a good chance one of us might be dead.
Yeah. Do you know what, as well? My 28th birthday, imagine this, right? So do you know people who are really cool and are talented and they're just on the precipice of blowing up die at 27? Maybe on the 11th of May, I will die as a 27-year-old man, and this podcast will be released somehow. I'll make sure I do it before I die. I'll edit it. You guys release it on my birthday, like, but he just died yesterday and it's his birthday today. But here's a podcast, and guess what? He predicted his own death. This isn't a suicide note. This is like, what if something happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking more like, just get hit by a buzz or something. Like, both of us though. Like,
Because we're on our way to our birthday party.
yeah, we're on our way to our birthday party. Or maybe
Our surprise birthday
Yeah.
party. Oh, I think we're just going to the town hall. In the function room.
I also think
Surprise.
what was my final prediction?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Noisy boy. What do you think, Nick? I just was talking
one
to
of the
Jake.
cast of Game of Thrones is going to die, but in real life.
But, like, head chopped off.
No, as in, I just think one of them will die. So we can look forward to that. I'm joking. Please don't die, guys. But yeah, I think that'll happen. Someone famous in the acting world will die,
Oh, yeah, of course.
but
Every month.
but young.
Yeah.
There'll be a tragic young death,
There'll
and
be
I
loads
think
of
it's going to come from Game of Thrones.
Okay. Which character?
I've never watched it.
All right. Which character, though? Which actor?
I don't know any of them.
Name. Just say a name. Say it.
Robert.
Baratheon.
So who's that?
That guy's not.
He's not young. It's
I've never watched the show.
I'm just trying to put something together
It's
here.
it's like trying to get me to do long division when I don't know what I'm doing.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know what I'm
Breezy?
doing.
What's going to happen?
In Game of Thrones next week, what's gonna happen?
I think. Who are them blokes with ice on their head? I think they're
They're the White Walkers.
going to sit down and go, fair enough. Shake hands,
Okay.
and they'll just walk away. Just like how we ended the First World War.
Alright. With that, spoiler alert, that problem at the moment in the series where you're up to, remember if you don't want to hear it then don't listen to this part, that part's been resolved. What else do you think's going to happen?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I think everyone, because I'm right.
Or has it?
I know I'm right. There'll be a prequel and a sequel.
Okay.
Films. I also think
Films, you think?
I think they'll make a prequel
Make
film and a
some.
sequel film, some kind of spin-off film.
Maybe TV series.
Maybe.
Mm.
I also think there'll be a rumor that it's somehow the story connects to Breaking Bad. Somehow. Because how the fuck they got that from fucking that zombie one? I don't know.
What's that?
Walking Dead was it? Oh, it's Breaking Bad. It's connected. It's like they're zombies. I mean, I get there probably still is people.
It's the meth that turned them into zombies.
How many people doing meth?
Everyone.
But yeah, I think that somehow someone will make a fan theory of that, and I think what will happen then is that someone you don't expect will come along. No, they'll they'll have a revolution and will instill parliamentary democracy in the whatever the place is called in Game of Thrones.
Okay, that's something that could happen.
Labour will win by a landslide
I got it.
because they'll be like,
The
Luke,
Corbyn of Game of Thrones.
yeah,
will
we'll come to the power because they'll be like, Luke, it's all good and well, but this is feudalism. We've got millions of men walking off to get burned to fuck by dragons. We're not taking it anymore. Rise up, and then they'll rise up. They'll burn down that place in the sea. They'll burn that down, and they'll be like, right, her with the white hair, sling your hook, sling it.
Okay.
We're not doing it anymore. And then Labour Party will come to power. They'll build roads.
Okay.
They'll build infrastructure.
Alright.
Do you know what I mean? There'll be a robust NHS in whatever the place Game of Thrones world. There'll be national dragon talks about reducing the stockpiles of dragons in that world.
Okay.
You know, like nuclear weapons to nothing. The countries will disarm and will instead battle via trade wars, economy. You know what I mean? Economy stuff. So they'd be like, well, you're not having any of this wood. You're just like, well, you're not having any of our Sprite then. You can fuck off. And then-
I have one question.
yeah.
What does feudalism mean?
Feudalism is like kings.
That came at the beginning. Though.
Sorry, yeah. It's basically just like
No, you don't have to be. I'm done.
an entrenched elite. No, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's like an
What does
entrenched
quote mean? So go on.
an entrenched elite of like aristocrats, like high and mighty types.
Yeah, okay.
And like often the rulers claim divine right to rule over people, and it's like a small group of like landowning barons that are lorded over by basically a fucking warlord, and there's no democracy. Like people are like attached to the land. It's basically like serfdom. Basically people are basically slaves is like the short answer. So imagine feudalism's like a pyramid. King at the top, peasants at your bottom, then you've got your barons, and then like your lords and yada yada. Sorry, your lords and your barons and all the rest of it, and your knights.
Nice.
They're like people who like upper middle class
Come out at
people.
night.
They're basically the tech savvy people of the Middle Ages.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like they've got a sword and a shield, and they're like, I'm fucking
You should watch Game of Thrones.
no, I hate it. When
No,
you
you
put
don't.
dragons in anything, it just pisses me off.
Do you not like fantasy?
Yeah,
I
I'm just
don't,
like pull the other
because
one.
I don't like fantasy either, but then when I watched it, I was like, okay, I can get into it.
But it's the same with magic, right? When I read Harry Potter when I was a kid, when I was a young kid, first thing I thought was, why are these people not being used in conflicts going on in the human
It's
world?
a secret.
Prime Minister knows.
9 3/4.
I'm not having that the Prime Minister wouldn't whap out a few wizards for fight the Taliban.
Maybe he did. I don't know. To fight the Taliban. I think that do you know what I do think is that they don't want to bring up the Taliban in Harry Potter. That's what I think. So like,
I was
like
up-
that's like watching Marley and me and going, but what about the Taliban?
But it was the fact that, like, when I was reading it and watching it, I was just like, I was always waiting for the government to like come in. I genuinely thought, this is honestly what I thought when I was like 14. I thought the government were going to come in to Hogwarts, like, like, I did. That's what it were called, the school. That's what it were called.
Oh God.
Right.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, right? And they'd be sat there, and then it'd be like, you know, one of them tanks with a big battering ram around it, and slam wall down. And they'd be like, what's going on? And there'd be a guy stood on top of it with black gloves on, with like a hat, just be going like, all of you are now the property of the UK government. You know
Like
what I mean?
X-Men.
Yeah,
Okay.
like X-Men.
Like
Be like, you are now the property.
That's
of...
X-Men.
Yeah, they basically just do X-Men, and then they bring them back on that. They don't need trains with the government. Do you know what I mean? They bring them back, and then they use them in like some kind of horrible slave
I'm not bored, I'm
situation,
just tired. Carry on.
and they'd like use it, but they'd like mess with the minds, and like the evil ones would be like, yeah, but like the good ones are like, no, we don't want to fight the Taliban. Maybe there's some Taliban magicians. Do you know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah, like what about where wizards just English?
Well, that's what I thought, because like they have them from different countries, don't they? So I was thinking, like, surely there's like rogue elements, because it's like passes through your blood. So like statistically, there would be someone part of an extremist cult somewhere that
Yeah,
they'd have
there
a
was.
wizard.
There was really the wizard extremists.
Yeah.
So who are the bad guys?
Like Voldemort.
Voldemort is a wizard extremist.
Is it me or did you never
Voldemort is
find
wizard ISIS.
Wizard Isis? What did he actually want him?
I have no idea.
Because
Harry.
I know
You met
loads of
Harry.
people who like.
Huh?
What?
No goal.
He had no. That's what I mean. Like, I just think to myself, like, he didn't have a plan. Have a plan,
Yeah, and then you might. Yeah, but like they just want evil, don't they?
but like,
Because he could probably get the plan. He could probably do it. Was it not just to kill Harry?
but then what? That's what I was.
Hermione.
It's what annoys me about loads of kids' films. I'm like, but then what? That's why Titan AE is such a good film. Because they make the world and they're like, we're going living on it, hunky dory. You can imagine what's going on. Everyone's coming to the world. It's party time. Whereas like, at the end of Harry Potter, it's like Harry Potter.
Hogwarts.
They just
Go on.
like they just send another generation of kids to Hogwarts, and I'm thinking as well. Like, do you reckon like Hogwarts is sort of like the Cambridge and Oxford? It's just full of posh cunts, and there's just like
There's like council
dirty,
wizards, yeah.
horrible council estate.
Fuck.
Like there's like a school and like it's not got any wands, so they have to use like bricks, and there's just like they're still writing on chalkboards, and then there's like dickheads in the playground just like shanking people with like what they called the big basilisk fangs, just like
Yeah, and they sell like do you know like the little edible sweet things that they're all different flavours. It's just all weed
it's all weed
and crack.
and wizard Xanax.
Wizards annex.
Because that's the thing, like
They're doing spells to make themselves drunk and stuff.
that'd be sick.
Doing spells going like intoxicate us, lots us.
But that's why I don't like magic in general as an idea.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Even I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, I drew a scar in my head. Yeah. No, I don't think that's true. I think I'm making that up.
I don't think you are. I think
I
you're
don't think I am.
backtracking now.
I don't think that's true.
Did you think about the government during Harry Potter? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, so like I'm just thinking like, Lord of the Rings magic makes sense.
Yeah.
Harry Potter though, I'm just like,
Lord of the Rings magic makes sense, and Harry Potter does not.
well yeah, because he makes something. He's made something. He's evil. He's put a bit of his evil in it. Bang. Ring.
Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like a magical land.
There's loads of magic I don't like.
Okay, but Game of Thrones, I think you'll like it.
No. It's just like, fantasy porn.
No, it isn't, because I don't like fantasy at all. So I'm not watching it going, whoa, a thing, the sword of Valyrian steel. Oh, that's cool. I'm just going like, oh, I like how they shot that. You know what I mean? I like how these characters, the conflict between them, just the same as watching a drama that's real life. I'm watching it, but the characters aren't real.
I don't know. I think part of it is I'm just like, let nerds have fantasy. Let
But
them
what
just
if?
have it.
All right, this is a good point. I don't like musicals, but when they went La La Land, that's a really good musical. That I'm like, is it? And they go, yeah, it's really good. And I'm like, but is it? And then they were like, yeah, it's really good though. Honestly, look at all these reviews. And I went, all right, I'll watch it. If it's the best musical, I'll watch it. So I watched it, and I was like, that's pretty good for a musical. But there'll be ones where you go, oh, I don't like fantasy. And you go, but it's the best one. And you go, all right, I'll watch it. And then you go, all right, this is like, you don't like fantasy, but
Like
I
Willow.
could watch, if someone went, this is one of the best football games ever, I'd be like, all right, let's watch that. But what was like what?
It's like Willow. Like,
Willow,
you ever seen Willow?
Wind in the Willows.
No, Rob. What's he called? Short fella.
Danny DeVito,
No,
Peter Dinklage.
no.
Wait,
He did
Van Trier.
he did a thing with Carl Pilkington.
Um,
Warwick Davis.
Damn it. Oh, right, okay, he actually is a short fella.
Mate, he's sick in
he
Willow.
is.
Yeah,
oh,
he's
okay, I've
mint.
not seen Willow.
Honestly, watch Willow. It's great.
Okay.
But like, again though, like I think that what I don't like about
Is that
it,
a fantasy?
yeah,
Right, okay.
what I don't like about it is that like for me, I think fantasy needs to be cheese. Because like, have you ever like sat in on a game of Dungeons and Dragons? Like, it's what I can imagine the world looks like to a kid when they're like 6. Do you know what I mean? but it's been made into mature things by adults, so like it works. Do you know what I mean? Because like the ridiculousness of it can set up really deep storylines because it's fine.
Yeah, true.
But like the thing is with fantasy is that like I just don't. Sorry, I'm really fidgety today. I'm talking myself into a corner here, but like it's the same reason that I don't like. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I think that if you watched 5 episodes, you go, he was right. I reckon 2019, Breezy, you'll have watched Game of Thrones.
No. Well, it's just the fact that like I watched an episode, the first episode. And I was like,
That's not a good reaction.
I was just kind of like, all right. I just kind of, I don't know.
I think a lot of people are when they watch the pilot of stuff. Like you can be like, whoa, I want to watch more, but sometimes you can be like, and then someone goes, watch another one, and then you go, okay, and you watch a few more, and you go, now I'm into it. It's just a slow burner.
I know, but I just can't get down with dragons.
I'm
I've
not
never
that
been able to
bothered if
get
you
down
watch
with
it or
them.
not. I just thought, let's do this. This conversation.
We've
There's
really-
probably a lot of people watching it are going, I'm that guy, and maybe you're this guy. There's probably a third guy who's like, I love it.
Do you reckon that's what'll happen? Like next year, I'll be more tolerant.
Maybe I've become more tolerant. I have definitely become more tolerant. I said it right this time. I do think so.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm calmer now. I feel like I don't get as angry. If someone's like, what about this? I'm not like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like, oh, let's see what that's like. Or I meet some person, I'm like, oh, the first impression isn't that good, but let's get to know them a bit more like that.
Yeah, I think that'll be another one. I think hopefully next year me will be like, think a bit more when he speaks.
Okay.
And maybe don't be as annoyed about small things like wanting to fucking murder people who put like the socks on before the pants, stuff like that. Know what I mean?
Okay, I might do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. What's crazy about pants first?
Wait, no, socks first.
Yeah, what's crazy about socks first? Underwear, socks, pants, t-shirt.
Because you can't nap him, right?
Wait,
You
what?
get your boxers on, you're sweet. But
What do you mean you can't nap it?
if the shit goes down,
No, you're not
And all
explaining the
you've
first
got-
part. What do you mean you can't
caught
nap it?
napping, I'm trying to explain. Caught napping, you know that expression, caught napping.
No. As in, like, you've literally been caught having a sleep.
No,
on the
as in
couch.
like you're off guard, you've been caught
Right,
napping,
okay.
right? You sat there in your room, all you've got is your Billboard Bockens on, right? You get them socks on, the shit goes down, you're running around with just your boxers and your socks on. No storage, no cover for cold weather, no cover for wet weather. You're fucked, right?
So you live your life like, at any point I could have to, like, you put on clothes.
Yes.
You put on clothes as if, like, if someone runs in my room and goes, we have to go right now, then you're ready.
I periodically have cold showers in the eventuality that the hot water will never come back. I do. I genuinely do to get me used to it. Be ready.
Wow.
I sometimes sleep on the floor, same reason. Like
In case your bed's taken from you.
in case I have to sleep on a floor for the rest of my life. Like little thing. I'm not going to say what else, but
Come on.
I've got a lot of things
Let's
that I
hear 'em.
prepare for.
What is it? Do
Like-
you drink your own piss sometimes?
I do sometimes go a long time without drinking, just in case.
Because what?
Just
you can't
just
do
to
that.
be just so that I know I can do it.
No, don't do that.
Like
Just
at-
drink water.
like at work.
Do you want some?
Thank you. Like at work,
Not mine.
sometimes
No.
what I'll do is I'll wake up
You'll wake up, right?
and I'll go, this is a no food day. Sorry, mate. Food's gone. What are you going to do? And I have to survive the full day without eating, just so I know that if it ever comes down to where I can't eat, I already know what it feels like, so I won't be scared. Just be like, oh, it's alright, I've done that. Do you know what I mean? Longest I've gone, but it wasn't by my choice, was about two days no eating. And it was horrible.
So in your head, there's a little, like, Bear Grylls guy going, can you do it?
Yeah, that's how I live my life. Like,
That's awesome.
Does he wear a hat? Does he wear a different hat?
he's actually got this hat on.
Does he?
Like, and he's
Are
just
you-
going like, but it's not Bear Grylls, it's just me. But like,
as that kind of
but
guy.
like a bit old and dishevelled and just being like, you didn't think about that now, didn't you? You know what I mean? Like, for example,
40-year-old self is going like, now you should be prepared.
Yeah.
24-year-old.
yeah.
5-year-old Breeze.
Yeah. Like other times, like when I've got the shopping, and sometimes I'll walk home,
Yeah.
and like even though it's
For you. Carry on.
and even though it's cutting into my hands and it's hurting, no, because one day I might have to carry like forage back to my village, and if I fail, I drop the berries, the coyotes are right on it, and I'm dead.
You know what?
Sorry, this is what goes on in my head. Like when I'm walking around Manchester or Salford, and I'll see like a fucking balcony.
Yeah.
Instantly, I'll be like, sniping position, right there. I know if I walk past here, that's where I've got to look if shit goes down. Do you know what I mean? Same with like car parks. I'll be like, how many stories has it got? Is that a good hiding place?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like loads of stuff. That's why I'm sort of like skeptical about growing veg, because maybe my house will be the first house they raid.
Yeah.
Because like I've got berries in my back garden. I wish I had a right to bear arms. That'd be good.
Like bear's arms, like a bear.
I think we should have the right to bear arms in this country.
Is it
But
arms or legs?
I shouldn't be allowed to buy one. What?
Like, do you know the ones that birds have here?
Yeah.
Are they arms or legs?
Well, birds can stand on 2 feet. It's their arms, aren't they?
But you can also go. We can also do that. I've got cramping and some old. Say no.
So,
Say no.
what weaponry do you think we should be allowed?
No.
I'd have an attack dog, me. Well, so we'll end it.
Nice. Say no.
Fucking hell, that went off. That went off road, that lad. Sorry.
It was fine. It's good the way it was.